I lost both of my parents, but I just found out that my sister is actually my mother. I don't know what to do. I'm a 17-year-old guy. I grew up in a big family. I have 5 siblings. I always realized there was a gap between me and the rest of them. The youngest was 5 years older than me, which is not that much older, but it was the biggest gap between the 2 siblings. I had always figured that I was an accident or unplanned. My parents were done having kids after my last sister, but then I came along and was completely unplanned, hence the big gap. Being the youngest, even though I felt distant from the rest of them, I always felt spoiled. The way they treated me was how you would expect them to treat the youngest. They nurtured me, and I was often the center of attention. I did like it. I wouldn't get as much respect, but I would get priority from my siblings over each other in many things. I was the cute one. I was the precious one. I was the one they always wanted to side with when they'd argue with each other. My oldest sister, Hannah, always took care of me the best. I always saw her as a mother figure, never knowing she was my mother. She always spent the most time with me out of all my brothers and sisters, cared for me the best, and was often there for me when my mom wasn't. My parents were much older than me, and I had always felt more distant from them than my siblings. As I said, in many ways, Hannah was a mother figure to me in the way our mother lacked. When my father passed away, it was probably the worst part of my life. I was young, around 8 years old. I did not take it well at all. I cried for weeks, I went crazy, I threw fits at people. I reacted poorly and negatively towards everyone. I know my siblings were all going through just as bad a period, but I made it about me. I didn't even consider them or what they would have been going through emotionally despite them being there constantly for me. And recently, the same thing happened with Mom. Hit me just as hard, if not harder. She'd been sick for a long time and slowly getting worse. Even though I'd lost one parent already and am older, I wasn't at all ready for it when it hit me. It was after this that Hannah told me the truth. She sat me down and braced that what she would tell me would be a shock. She knew that we were all still recovering from our mother's passing, but a few weeks had passed, and she felt it was enough time to wait before coming out with the truth. She said she had always wanted to tell me and could only finally. When she was 13, as many stupid kids do, she had unprotected sex with a boy, and she had gotten pregnant. And that child was me. At the time, her parents had wanted her to give the baby away for adoption, but she was unshakable and wanted to keep her child. She completely refused to give me, her son, away. They eventually agreed to keep me and would raise me in their household, but with her parents as the guardians, and I would grow up thinking they were my real parents. Some of my older siblings also knew but never mentioned it. They are my aunts and uncles. My mother had made Hannah swear she would never tell me. When Mom got sick, Hannah approached her and pleaded to relieve her of this burden because she wanted to tell me. My mother had agreed that she could tell me only after some time had passed after her death. She wanted to die as my mother, not my grandmother. Hannah said she had wanted to tell me the truth all her life but had sworn not to. There were many times when she felt like she had to tell me but had held herself back. Now, she was finally glad she could tell me the truth she had always wanted, that I was her son. I was taken aback completely. I had no idea how to react. In some strange, mysterious way, I had always seen her in a more motherly light than my actual mother. The level of reliance and nurture there was much more of a maternal relationship than a fraternal one. Hannah told me now that I knew she can finally be my mother openly. I don't know how to feel about that. I just lost my mother, but now I already have a new one, who is my real one.